sort of working against each other, but it really enables the Jhin and the Graves to probably have a lot more value inside of the game. The scary thing is obviously Kindred. I would liken that to Zoe's who rolled Redemption.
Yep. I think you're exactly right. I was thinking about that myself, especially when we've got the 2 level 4 Redemption rollers. Yeah, we've got a River Ramp. This is a 5v5. Doran's going to loop around Noggery. Level 7 at the moment, and here's the engage. Curtain Call comes down, and the Lamb's Respite comes in very, very early. Beryl getting a big old heal as Noggery's ultimate is beautiful. First Blood going over to Showmaker, and he still has the Unleashed Power available. As Pyosik very, very low, and that's the Flash Zenith Blade. Beryl has come to play today.
It doesn't really mean anything when nothing's going to be happening in the middle stages of the game. Not going to get insane value.
And Deft is rotating around as well. Turret plates, not too many of them to actually go down on either side. As the heal actually comes in, they're looking to try and take down Doran, but that's the wild growth as Doran stays in the fight and takes down Noggery. Now Beryl trying to get out of there. Going to be first turret going over to Damwon at 16.5 minutes. I believe this is going to be able to go this time around. It's Chovy off to the side, Beryl looking for a flank, and Noggery as well, wrapping around. Pyosik going to be able to take the Infernal Drake. Damwon, Infernal Soul going to be extraordinarily valuable, but DRX is exactly the same, right?
A lot of their gold lead right now is actually just inside of the turrets.
Yeah.
And so they're about— oh, what?
What? Okay. Sometimes you've just got— see what happened there as Carrier is just going to rotate around, and Deft able to push all the way forward. And you were talking about, you know, turret gold being a factor. Well, to DRX.
Yeah. DRX now, I mean, they're trying to hold a Phalanx.
Noggery's been so patient. There's the Solar Flare. Doran down pretty low. And it is just going to be DRX giving this one up as Noggery looking for the fight potentially, but Beryl just going to get himself out of there with the flash. And now Soul Point is in for Damwon. Really good control of the area. That Shock Blast is going to land. Ace in the hole as well. Scatter the Weak is big, and that's going to get the Lamb's Respite out of the Kindred. Curtain Call coming forward. Do have a bit of vision is now Chovy. Fancy Feet comes through, and his DDR skills are going to be enough. Oh, I don't know about that Shockwave in the bottom lane. It whiffed anyway.
I mean, with the team composition that DRX has, Orianna, she has some wave clear. Caitlyn has a little bit as well.
Looking like they just don't really know what to do next. This turret's going to go down towards the bottom side. DRX continue to... Deft trying to get rid of it. Does so with the Peacemaker. Nicely done. Showmaker over the wall. I mean, there's just too much pressure. 4,000, it's not the end of the world, but you factor in the Infernal Soul, you factor in the fact that Damwon have so much control over every single objective on this map. Chovy now moving towards this outer turret that DRX have been so keen on for so long, and he will be able to collect it.
Even with Chovy. Deft down one. Oh, hold on.
Noggery looking for it. He's biding his time, waiting for the opportune moment. Pyosik gets popped. He had the Lambs to stop this from going down because they can't just continue bleeding objectives forever. Chovy moving over to the side. Deft actually frontlining at the moment. The smoke screen goes down, the flash over. Chovy looks for the Shockwave and misses. The flash out from Damwon.
Oh, but they managed to separate them a little bit. Never mind, Doran going on a little bit of an adventure. Here comes Pyosik, though.
Yeah, Noggery's going to flash in. Massive slicing Maelstrom into the back line. The Lulu dies immediately. Doran going to go down as well as there's the Curtain Call. Ghost looking for Chovy, but the Elder Drake is going to fall. And whether this Orianna gets away or not, Damwon will put themselves in a game-winning position.
Yeah, and now with the...
And they also have the Infernal Soul as well. Just a reminder, guys, the game with the least kills at Worlds so far this year had 11. Completely chunked. This is a 4-item Jhin. He does a lot of work. DRX now forced to go back. As Carrier not going to be there. Don't want to fight a 4v5, and they will just forego their inhibitor turret. They can't just continue sacrificing objectives, but unfortunately, they're just too far behind at this point in the game. Too many buffs circling Damwon. Still 39 seconds on the Elder Drake. Has 2 inhibitors in the blink of an eye and a teleport towards him. I know, this is like a poke Graves.
Yeah.
I guess lethality is going to help you out there, but he's been using his collateral damage just to soften up his opponents so far this game. It's been working. Beryl getting caught out of position for the moment, but he will survive. And Damwon still pressing forward. Deft, half health. Pyosik the same, as is Carrier. This is going to be the hat trick of inhibitors on the 1 Baron and Elder push. Elder has just dissipated. And now DRX are looking at just a couple of Nexus turrets between them and a game 1 loss. Nogari looking for his moment. Pyosik going down very, very low. Dances out of the way of the deadly flourish. Someone continue to press forward. This Nexus turret goes down immediately as now Pyosik standing on his Lamb's Respite, but immediately he's stunned up and the curtain call comes forward. It's the last Nexus turret lasting a bit longer than you may have expected, but eventually does fall down. Collateral damage does so much work over the top of DRX, and there is the slicing Maelstrom, the death nail. The Nexus going down as an afterthought, and Damwon will keep their blue side dreams alive and take...
Because no one could get armor. But no, we're gonna see Aphelios come out for Damwon.
We saw Ruler play this to pretty great effect for Gen G.
That is actually true, yeah.
Doesn't matter. Yeah. He was already the most pog, so he fits into that one as well. As Doran looks for a stun, but it's a great use of the Bellows Breath as Nogari flashes aggressively underneath the turret. The Crab Rave comes through as Chovy's like, what were you doing there, buddy? And that is going to be first blood very comfortably.
The junglers right now, they don't really have any real way to create ganks on their own. That was a
barrel mistake. Yep, big taxi ride. Actually going to take some turret shots here as in goes the heroic entrance, but that's a lantern that Ghost's able to take out. Oh my goodness. The flash forward, the knock-up comes through. Double taunt from Chovy. He's looking for Ghost, but he's only down to 200 health. And in goes Showmaker, flashes forward to guarantee the gold card as Carrier not going to be able to keep his team alive now as the Gargoyle falls down, and it's now 1-to-1 depth.
And the reason that I say that is because you open up and accelerate top lane, but now this means that Jax has to walk up further in order to interact with Ornn. You lose out on your bottom lane, and now you're going to lose the Mountain Dragon, which is tankier than most mages, and this just feels really bad. Oh, one of the interesting things I'm very surprised about. So, Ghost right now...
Like Damwon just don't really feel like they want to contest for this one.
Yeah.
Okay, Ornn just for some zoning. Carrier actually going to flash as there's the taunt. Dragon is going to be secured as DRX want to try and hold on to their outer turret mid, but it's not going to work. Shirley looking for another charge, but her eyes poked out, and Chovy gets rid of her. And the Ocean Soul will be the Drake of the game. 3 Oceans, a possibility for both teams. As Showmaker's going to take down the outer turret. Getting wasted here is Pyoshik's playing goalie, making sure that his Jax isn't going to be in too much trouble. Showmaker stacking the deaths first, personally. As, okay, bit of a fight over the Brambleback as the taunt looking to try and come through here. Destiny goes down, Pyoshik trying to get himself out of there, does so with the pounce as the heroic entrance comes in, but immediately it's interrupted. 4-man knockup from Nogari on the backside, but Doran is ripping apart Damwon and looking to try and escape. Showmaker gets in, but he gets stunned by the counter strike as the empower's there, but it's not enough damage, and Showmaker takes down the Jax. In the end, it's a very even trade. I think it's DRX that came out on top as in goes Pyoshik, wanting to take down Nogari, but it's Carrier that licks him to death over the side. Deft gets over there, takes down Ghost, and now Showmaker against the world. Deft wrapping around. Gold card has been locked for Showmaker here, but a 1 versus 3 not looking like something they're going to be able to do here as the Piercing Darkness comes down, and Deft just needs one more auto and he will be able to take this one out. 6-2 in favor. DRX right now. Pyoshik just going to be taking that one down by himself. Split pushing is Showmaker, is now the rest of Damwon looking for an engagement. No outer turret, remember, as Carrier finding himself a tongue lash. No, not quite. On to Ghost. Takes a lantern to get himself to safety. Ocean Drake in the meantime these trades, but not quite enough, as you can see. Collateral damage, not going to be enough to keep that turret alive. It's going to be available from Chovy, but he's actually standing with the rest of his team as Doran looking for a little bit of a flank. That's going to be the route. But it's Beryl that they've decided they want to take down first. He's going to flash away. It's a decent knock-up. The hook is going to land onto Chovy. Dawning Shadow keeps everyone alive as the Ornn is denied. You can see Nogari still very healthy. And look at the AoE. Showmaker flashes forward. That's going to be the Devour, but it's going to cost the life of Carrier. And now in comes Damwon, obliterating DRX. The Justice Punch will be...
There's a Cougar on the loose. He's heading on over to the Dragon. Ornn will beat Nidalee in this 1v1, and it looks like that is what's going to happen.
Yep, Smite comes in, and no, it's a big Forge God as well as a Dragon that he has to fight as he pounces out of the way, but this will mean even on the Drakes. And I have a feeling Pyoshik isn't going to escape this one either, as, yeah, I think Cougar hunting is exactly what Damwon are doing. Goodbye, Pyosik, and it was looking good until it absolutely wasn't.
And it was really looking like Damwon were just going to lose this fight. Beryl was really missing his stopwatch at this moment right here. He flashes forward. Chovy didn't get the taunt that he was looking for. Really good searing charge into the Ornn ultimate, just knocking up everyone. Deft can't interact in this team fight. Ghost able to heal back up a lot of HP. Showmaker with a lot of good control. Aphelios jumps forward, reminding them how many years old he is. As DRX just couldn't do anything in the extended team fight. They had that
in the mid lane. Now going to be able to take that one. We'll see whether they break the base. It is out of stock.
Well, Namakon's never out of stock.
Well, Damwon, they're looking to take this turret off the shelves, and they will be able to do so quite easily.
The top doesn't tell you about.
Yeah. Does tell you about a bit of it. Of course, Twisted Fate just liking to pilfer a lot more money than most of Wave.
Oh, this is a really terrible angle fight for DRX, though. They're running into Ornn, unless Nuguri presses his R.
Yeah, that's going to be the knock-up onto Deft, though. Great Devour comes through. It is going to be the Drake secured by Damwon, but can they win the subsequent team fight? Doran diving forward, but Damwon just reform the Phalanx, and now look for the re-engage. They have full control of this Baron. Doran off to the side, will get a control ward into this Baron pit, but that's going to be the face check from Chovy. He's a bit of a tanky boy, does have himself the Zhonya's, as he's looking to try and get himself out, and yet again, I think I've seen that play before, as Carrier gets his gargoyle to safety as well.
That is a tanky boy. As Pyosik.
That's the flash gold card. Doran over the top, trying to get himself in there. There's the heroic entrance. They're trying to keep Pyosik alive, but it fails. And that is going to be mid-jungle already dead. Damwon picked as many fights as they could, trying to stop that Devour from keeping everyone alive. And they were able to do it successfully the third time. Now they'll be able to break open the base and take probably the safest Baron, if they would like to, unless they just want to try and push through for the win. Deft and Doran, they're going to try and hold on to these Nexus turrets. Carrier going to be there as well. Great double knock up there from Nuguri. Devour comes through onto Deft, but now that's going to be on cooldown, and the stun is going to land. The center taken down off the backline as Canyon takes matters into his own hands. Carrier, he had a stopwatch, but he now doesn't have his life, and a second Nexus for Damwon will be taken. This team looking unstoppable today.
Next evolution of mid lane. Right now it's mostly Orianna, Azir. Corki were controlling everything for a long time, but the one-up to them is Xerath, Vel'Koz, and Ziggs. But no one's really the bot lane is dead. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, Ghost's going to get flashed on here as Pyosik flashes in as well. They're desperate for this kill as Deft is going to be able to get that snare, and they do lock down first blood. In the meantime, Damwon looks like they're going to be able to get this Mountain Drake, unless DRX get over here, but no, not quite in time. Doesn't seem to amount to much. As, okay, Doran in trouble. He's going to flash to get out of the way. Nuguri flashes on top of him. The Ignite is there. Oh! What? Just turns around and boops him. It is going to be a 1-for-1 trade in the end.
He tries to run top lane and instantly shove in. Oh, Pyosik.
End of the line comes down. Canyon already at 200 health. There's the ulti. Pyosik stands off it. He probably wants to get back on there as Lambs of Spite says no. Beryl times the stun beautifully. Graves is on the loose. Now Doran moving past this minion wave. There's the Hemo Plague as Doran is going to find him. Red buff now is going to be there as well. End of the line. Hits once as Nuguri going down very, very low, and Doran is going to be able to secure that kill.
So they have the Scuttle Crab, vision, and movement speed in the event that a fight would break out here. Now this is a very good time to fight because Chovy's very low on mana. Hello?
Well, Beryl's dead. So maybe it is a good time for DRX to fight. We'll have a look at which soul we are going to be blessed with. It is going to be an Infernal one. Still in this one. There's the man drop coming towards the mid lane as Pyosik stays in amongst it. Chovy trying to get himself out of the way. Nuguri is going to knock up the Graves. Was out of range of the Vel'Koz. There's a disintegration rate. Beryl gets himself out. But you can see Pyosik was not so lucky, and Nuguri grabs that kill for himself.
And Nuguri ooh, Beryl almost dying right there. Nuguri actually behind enemy lines.
He's getting surrounded. There are 4 versus 2 right now. Can the rest of Damwon actually get in here is the question. They're looking for the stun to land onto Nuguri. Searing charge, knock up onto 3 as Showmaker gets a 2-man shockwave, and Deft just gets obliterated. Now Canyon looking for a little bit more. Carrier gets out of there as Chovy with his Super Soaker, but he's in a water fight.
Tagged a little bit by Ghost. Showmaker here as well. Maybe they can get Pyosik to use his smite and then he won't have it for the dragon, depending on
Okay, Arrow is going to connect here as Chovy tried to disintegrate someone off to the side, but Pyosik is the one in trouble. Ghost, not a lot of mana, but he's got arrows, and he will be able to take them down. It is going to be Chovy falling as well on the fight on the top side. We'll have to check that one out in the replay as Kerry is going to get taken out by Showmaker. And this is all starting to go to hell in a handbasket for DRX.
Wait, did Showmaker summon a blue trinket and Pyosik misclicked onto it?
Not entirely sure.
I think that's what happened.
Well, Doran's trying to save this game right now. Has to flash to get himself out of the way, though, and isn't going to be
fishing
Yep.
maybe a Q with the execute, but not going to be able to get it.
Well, Canyon's the one going back to base, so not going to see anyone actually contesting for this.
Marksman players can do in later stages of the game.
Shockwave, Doran not able to press his pull button, and that is...
Well, game is definitely having a lot of chaos, and this kind of chaos is what Bel'Koz hates.
Yeah.
Hates the not stable gameplay where action's happening all over the map and he can't really do anything, because one of the things that he's very weak to is very spread out things, 1-3-1s and things of that nature unfolding. And
Pyosik and Carrier, the two rookies of DRX, might be in a bit of trouble here. Glacial Fissure pretty nicely avoided by Damwon as Deft trying to come over. Dawning Shadow is way too late, though. Good knock-up lands onto the Graves. Deft trying to take matters into his own hands as Canyon down very, very low. Chovy does a lot of damage, but Senna's just by herself. And Damwon are picking DRX apart.
And Damwon are just capitalizing on every slight map error that DRX is making inside of this game, and there's not really too much to say. Pyosik and Keria, they are definitely, they're buddies. They run around and just get killed.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like watching a hunter and his pet relative to where he could have been at. Ooh, another arrow.
Yep, it looks like they're going to be able to pick this one up as Carrier does get himself into a safer position, and Beryl's the one now in trouble. Deft grabs that kill. Another disintegration rate gets the flash. 4 versus 5, and DRX are continuing to push further forward. Control Ward, trying to get control here as Showmaker throws his own ultimate back. Canyon grabs the kill in the end. Hemoblade goes down, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Just Canyon going to be tagged with that one. Another fight in the other front as Noguri looks impossible to damage. Deft getting back into a decent position, though, and you can see Showmaker, he dealt with the Vampire, and now Pyosik 1 versus 3. Here's the ram, but it's going to miss. The man drop from Beryl just to close the gap as he flashes on top of Pyosik.
Means that ornaments are going to start getting ready to be bestowed to his teammates.
LCK, but summer of 2020 feels like the time of the ghost.
Oh, it definitely
at
does.
Deft's number.
And you know, this is his month, Alice. It's Halloween.
Hey, that's true.
This is. Ooh, the finals are on Halloween.
Well, Damwon are there.
Oh man, well they are. Check the script.
No, I told you, I'm not looking at the script. You peeked at it, and you weren't allowed to. As Noguri is going to use the Bellows Breath pretty nicely there, but still going down relatively low. There's the Glacial Fissure, but that will be avoided by listing lazily to the left. And okay, Doran feels like he might have found something here. Tides of Blood to do a bit of work, but has to use the pull. Actually avoids the arrow with it as the flash out of the Shockwave. But now Showmaker's the one on the attack. Brambleback gets a little bit frustrated, but you can see he's now just chilling. So this 1v1, I don't know whether it's really going to work, as the Crimson Rush comes in eventually. Gets it onto Ghost there. The Tides of Blood coming forward, looking for another Q. Does not get it. In the meantime, Deft is going to be taken down in another skirmish. It's a pretty good ultimate out of Canyon there, and that's going to mean that Pyosik can't make things work. Chovy, can he be to the rescue? Nice knock-up onto Beryl as Canyon looks for it. Carrier taking a lot of damage. One more auto will land, and that will take down the Brawn. That's the ace for Damwon. It looked messy, but in the end, that's a 5-0.
Well, this is going to be Damwon marching up mid lane, and the game was just constantly scattered without any sense of stability on the side of DRX, and that's what their comp should have been all about. is maintaining control, letting Chovy in depth carry everything from afar while having Vladimir go the distance, but they were so overeager at every point, and Damwon happily clapped them.
Exactly right. That's going to be another three-man knock-up from Nogari. This Nexus very soon to go down, and Damwon looking absolutely unstoppable in this first quarterfinal. 3-0 as many predicted.